Bagman.
Yeah, that shit's fucking terrifying.
What's funny is whenever the DM rolls for it all campaign and they don't get to use it until you're level 20 and you pull him out of the bag.
Oh shit.
Okay, so we've got the live stream going. Hopefully, Captain Flowers will be here soon. All the general stuff on Twitch, you can go down, look in the About section under the video. You'll find links for things like the shop, Deuce's TikTok, all the emergency and crisis lines. Mental health is super important. That's going to stay a staple at the start of every episode. If you're experiencing problems, make sure you get help. Even if you think they're small and you don't necessarily need it. Therapy is a wonderful tool. And if you need like immediate types of assistance, you're in the U.S., you can call or text 988. Is a crisis line specifically for mental health. For Saga Youth, there's the Trevor Project. They define youth as LGBT under the age of 25. So it's not just minors. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything there. Or you can come join me on Sunday. I'll be playing some more Pajama Sam wearing my Moogle onesie. Face cam in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But as for a recap, that is really quick. Basically, everybody woke up and Liramar parted from the group. Everyone started hunting down the penguins, and then most of the session was just beating the crap out of the penguins. As waves after waves of the minions came out, and you ended up getting Hold Monster off on their leader, Frost Beak. And just we ended with him getting diced up and put into little freezer bags, magical freezer bags. And that was pretty much the whole session, really.
We sliced them, mashed them, and now we're going to stick them in a stew.
Eldritch stew. Yum, 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 yum. Make sure to put some of that goblin in there, too.
Eldritch stew?
It's going to be like a gumbo after that.
I think Rara would be more inclined to eat that than Tempest, but that's for another time.
That's a whole campaign away, practically. Yeah, so that's where we're starting off. It's about 3:30 p.m. And you haven't been following the Highroad for quite some time, because you weren't even at the Highroad when you started following the penguin tracks.
Yeah, we should probably get back to that, huh?
Yeah, we should.
I feel like there was something else that we saw out here. Maybe not.
I don't remember there being anything, but I also didn't rewatch the episode in full, so I may have said something and then totally forgot about it. There was like the secret tunnel back in the cave network, but you guys are hours away from that at this point.
Yeah.
And then, how's everybody doing physically? Are we okay? I know we got kind of fucked up there for a minute.
Captain Flowers and Twilight aren't doing so good.
I'm a scratch on me.
I'm okay, all in all.
Yeah, I'm only missing like 21 hit points. I'm good.
And what time of day are we looking at right now?
3:30. You figure it'll probably take to nightfall to get back to the Highroad itself. Unless you guys can do really well at tracking everything back.
Yeah, y'all want to start making our way back? I think that's our next step. Actually, I do want to look around here and see if there is anything worth
Taking.
anything. Worth
Does it
taking
look
or doing
like?
anything with.
Yeah. Does it look like the penguins like stayed around here for a time? Is there like a den or?
No, not really. It looks like mostly they left tracks to get you into this trap point. You do notice, though, like, kind of trying to take a look around and everything, you notice that several of the minion penguins, they have, like, lumpy spots throughout their abdomen.
Captain isn't here, is he?
No, not quite. He's also got to take a bit, long enough for a short rest, to dice up that penguin, the big one.
Well, while he's doing that, I'll go and see if I can figure out what these lumps are.
You can do an investigation or a perception.
Much rather perception, thank you. That is a 19.
19. You notice as you're kind of like looking over the body, and poking at it a little bit, it feels really hard, like some type of metal underneath the skin, and it looks almost like the shape of a sword hilt in one of their bellies.
Oh, now that's concerning. Pius.
Got sued.
Yes, Wrath.
Do you feel like ripping some penguins open?
Oh, that kind of sounds fun. I am not sure why.
Well, look here, and I'll show him what I just discovered. I think he ate a sword.
What? Why? Penguins are not naturally known to eat metal. I am the only one.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
You
wanna
All
check
right.
it out?
Yes, actually.
And he digs his hands forcefully into the spot.
I use my claw to make just one single little, like, tear or laceration in the skin so it opens easier.
All right. Doing that saves on having to do a strength roll to punch a hole in it. As you kind of get it pulled apart and you're reaching in, yeah, sure as shit, there is a sword in there made of crystal.
Oh, interesting.
It is a long sword.
It's not a purple crystal, is it?
No, it is a light sky blue color. Fairly translucent, but not completely.
Interesting. Do you mind if I have a look at that, Pius?
Of course. Here you go.
And just in case I didn't describe very well, multiple penguins seem to have these lumpy spots.
Okay.
Alright, fuck it, I'm digging in all of them then.
I will, as I have seen Nick do so many times, sit down and prepare to ritually cast Identify.
All right.
Oh!
Identify! Woo! Yeah, let me get ready to... God, no, phone, don't open frickin' Facebook Messenger. I'm trying to go to the rewards tab to start typing these up. Since there'll be plenty of time to identify all of them between multiple people having the spell before you leave here. Da 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 da. Oh, excuse me, I'm all gassy.
All good.
I just sneezed, so we just need one more bodily function. There you go.
3.
Good job.
Dun dun. And as Captain Flowers is also tearing apart this penguin and dicing it up, he finds a whole bunch of stuff inside that in Frost Beak as well.
Ooh.
So
Is he
in
going
total,
to
as you're
lick
going
it?
through everything,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
finding it, taking out the lumps. Some of them seemed a little bit different, but you find 2 sets of Faerot plate armor. If I remember to type the whole thing and not just Faerot. Crystal longsword, a crystal battle axe, a pair of living gloves that work for smith's tools, armor of necrotic resistance, 2+2 hand axes, an iron stone of supreme intellect, and a bag of gold with 1,929 pieces.
Oh my.
The armor of necrotic resistance, the hand axes, and the iron stone were all in Frost Beak.
Intellect, you say?
Intellect.
Okay.
I could be smart.
Okay. Well, Oh god, the Iron Stone of Supreme Intellect.
For
Oh.
the crystal weapons, if you're not aware of what they do, they require attunement. They're rare, but when you hit with an attack roll using it, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. It also has 3 charges and regains 1d3 of them every day at dawn. And when you hit a creature with an attack roll using it, you can expend a charge to regain hit points equal to the radiant damage dealt. While holding it, you can also use a bonus action to turn it into a magic torch. Because I just need to give you guys every possible way to make light in this game, right?
Sort out who's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we'll sort out the rest of the loot later. I'll hand the gold over to. Well, we'll move the gold over to Raph. Like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Split that up. And then we'll just worry about the other stuff at camp or later on when we get a chance to actually go through all of this. I do have a quick question about the Ioun Stone.
Yes.
Because, okay, so I know the Ioun Stone of Intellect. I know what that one does. What is the difference between that and the Supreme?
I'm actually wondering that myself now that I'm thinking about it. I know I specifically saw of Supreme Intellect specifically, but all that's coming up is the Intellect one as I'm trying to bring it back up, so I don't even remember where the hell I saw it when I was rolling my randoms. Oh, you know what? I remember. Supreme Intellect increases intelligence, wisdom, and charisma by 2. It is an artifact that requires attunement.
What I see as Supreme Intellect is you gain a +1 to intelligence check while it's there. That's it.
That's weird, because the regular one is +2 to Intellect.
Yeah, just +2 to intelligence outright for the regular intellect.
I mean, that's essentially what this is. A +1 to intelligence checks is the same as +2 to intelligence.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Huh.
But, I mean, it's here. I'll send you the list.
Yeah. Being able to actually look at that one.
I thought it was.
That is all of the Ioun stones.
Okay.
The stream seems to be doing something weird. Hopefully it didn't crash.
the reason why the Supreme is somewhat better than the regular is intelligence +2 to a maximum of 20. So if you're already at 20,
Yeah.
Supreme still adds +1 to that roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would voice that I would like this for myself, but that's all I got.
321 gold to everyone, by the way.
$321.
21.
321. Yep.
Thank you.
Math.
Math.
Already done for you.
I got a math on my own shit.
Oh no, stream, why are you not working?
Stream's running fine for me.
It is? Okay, then it's just my computer, I guess.
It's still going.
Did I just hear a captain?
Yes, there is a Captain Flowers here.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yarr.
Captain Flowers, I assume you're probably laying claim to the +2 hand axes, since there's 2 of them.
Fuck yeah. I'll take 2 +2 hand axes.
Pius, this armor, 2 sets of it actually. While you're wearing it, it helps against being charmed a lot. It's from the Feywild, and you can use it to compulse people to do things. You can convince people through magic to do things. It has 3 charges that you can use it, and it recharges them daily.
That sounds fun, but I like telling people what to do with my fist in their throat.
That's understandable. I'm just mentioning it to you because you're the only one that would be able to wear this heavy shit. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, well, yes, that makes sense. I am not sure I can even wear armor.
Or incorporate it, maybe.
Oh.
Sure.
It does require
Yes,
attunement, is the downside.
Well,
What kind of armor is the necrotic resistance armor?
Apparently I didn't decide, so I'm gonna roll on the stream a D3 to determine if it's light, medium, or heavy, and then if someone wants it, they can just tell me what type within that category. 2, it's medium armor.
Well, I think there's only one person here that can wear this as well, and I hand that to Twilight, looking around. Captain, do you wear medium armor?
He has a specialized suit of full plate he wears now.
Oh,
Auto
that's
plate.
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Out of plate.
Twilight, is this something you would swap out for?
It requires attunement?
Yes. Yes,
the
it does. But then you take half damage from necrotic damage if you're attuned.
I don't really know if I want that.
Fair enough. Nick, you're taking the stone.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, does anyone want anything else? There's a battle axe and a long sword in here. Captain, you probably want these gloves, smithing tools, and all that.
Absolutely, I'd take them. Why, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So the living gloves, if I get it pulled up, it does require attunement. But you gain proficiency with the smith's tools. But you also get double proficiency with the smith's tools.
You get expertise with it.
Yep. And after you attune to them, they become a part of your body. You can't voluntarily end your attunement. You have to have a remove curse to get rid of them after that.
A remove kiss. Other symbiotic.
Yep, they
They
are
are.
a
You said a
symbiotic
remove
set of gloves.
You said a removed kiss?
Curse.
Curse.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, you could
mean,
do
I was
a
like-
remove kiss, but that would be kind of mean. What'd the band ever do to you?
We don't talk about that.
Well, I
Destroyed
can
my
name a
eardrums.
couple of things. Spice tried to kill me. Tempest. Yeah.
No, wait. Hey,
Wait,
there
hold
was
on.
context to my name.
The band
I think-
Kiss tried to destroy you?
Yeah, I
Dang,
think
we're
that's
getting into
right.
some deep lore.
That's because
Gene Simmons, we got beef
long.
apparently.
Kept me up all night with that rock and roll.
And partied every day. It was wild.
Yep. Just wouldn't stop.
Would not stop
Sorry.
Wanna rock and roll all
all night. Party every day.
While also pulling everything out, you do get some tattered remains of various sailor and pirate outfits as well.
Get fucked.
Yarr.
I want
Oh,
the
yeah.
pirate outfit.
We can have a dress up.
Most of them are damaged except for one fairly nice looking pirate outfit. It does seem to be magic, just no effects when you actually check it. It's just magic.
I put
May I
the
have
hat
some-
on.
Pirate outfit? Please?
Hold on. 1 second. I put the hat on.
Something just feels right about it. You feel like this is what you should be wearing. This just
Yes.
feels right.
You can have the rest. I'm keeping this.
I'm giving this.
No, I want the hat too. I want the whole thing. Come on now.
Fine. Here you go. Now I'll
Thank
take it off and hand it over.
You guys are so strange.
Alright, well, are we pious? Do you want some more weapons? I don't know if you can hold them, but there's a longsword and a battle axe here as well.
No, thank you. I have become very familiar with this great sword. It is a part of me now.
Fair enough. Anyone going once, going twice?
I'll take the battle axe.
Here you go.
So,
A battle axe.
Anyone else? Longsword, armor of necrotic resistance. Anybody? Nope. Alright. Patches!
no,
To see summon.
What can I do for you this time?
Just a couple of items to sell here, and I hold both of them out.
Which one's
Actually,
on
it's the crystal longsword and the armor of necrotic resistance. Actually, I was wondering if we could trade this longsword in for maybe something else of equal value.
What were you hoping to get?
He'll unsheath the Dragon's Wrath weapon and hold it out. I'd like to upgrade this.
I
don't know if this
what's
is-
the starting,
I don't remember
what's the
if it
starting
was a-
rarity?
Of what?
The Dragon's Wrath? Because upgrade would be the enchanting
uncommon.
stuff. Uncommon.
Yeah, it would bring it to the crystal longsword. I don't remember if we had any bartering rules as far as that goes.
Patches is Patches. He'll pretty much work with just about anything, honestly.
I don't necessarily want to take that sword and put it into this one, but perhaps in trade for that sword, you can boost the power of this one. I don't know if you heard me,
Dragons.
it's uncommon.
Yeah, it's uncommon. Dragon's Wrath, is that like one of the slumbering weapons?
It is slumbering currently. I'm trying to wake it up.
Okay. Stirring being rare. I don't think you can enchant up to rare. No, rare is.
No, we can't. That's why I didn't know if it worked with me trading in a rare item.
Unfortunately, not in that regard.
Okay. Well, we'll just sell them then.
All right, so that's half the normal price of the ones being sold. I'm not sure on the rarities here. My brain doesn't have them readily in mind.
One moment. The longsword is a rare.
And the Faerot armor are also rares.
Correct.
So
and
that's
the armor of
1,000
necrotic
each.
resistance is also rare.
Yep, so that would be 4,000 gold for the 4 items.
And give me one moment as he counts it out, splitting it between the party. He hands out 666 gold.
Let's go! 666 gold!
Lollipops with that.
666.
I
The
want the
number
sucker.
of the beast. Flame and fire.
I want $666 worth of suckers.
That's between you and Patches.
1 silver was a bag of 100. So that's 10 of those for that. That's 6,660 suckers you're saying you want.
Hell yeah.
Well, no, hold on. 660 times 666. Or, hold on. Jacking up the math, overheating a moment. That's 1,000 per gold. So that's 3 zeros on the 666. So that'd be 666,000. You would have to buy extra bags to carry all of those. You'd have to buy more magical bags just to carry the suckers.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Damn. No, okay. May I have at least 100?
Yeah, 1 bag, 1 silver.
Thank you.
Alright, well, that business being concluded, should we get back to the Highroad?
I want a pirate hat. Patches,
Do you want
can I buy a pirate hat?
Do you want a plain pirate hat? A magical pirate hat? Do you want a hat of disguise?
Wait. Can you make my Ion Stone that I just got into a pirate hat?
The Iron Stone is too high of a rarity for us to send back and forth, so unfortunately, no.
No!
Mm.
It is a fair court. Okay. Just a normal pirate hat then.
He sends you a very extravagant looking one with gold trim. It is a dark blue in color overall. And you do take note of the fact that it seems to have some type of crest embroidered into it.
Ooh. How much is costing me?
It is costing you 1 gold. Does not seem to be magical.
1 gold. There you go. Thanks, Patches.
Is
You're
it a
welcome.
big hat?
What was that?
Is it a big hat?
Typical size for like say you're watching like Pirates of the Caribbean or something, kind of like the average size of their various hats.
Well, I mean, if Barbossa's any consideration, if it's that big, people are going to think he's the leader.
I don't think it's quite that big. Barbossa had one of the bigger hats in it.
Or like Scary Movie 3 big. Gotta make sure.
No, it's definitely not Scary Movie 3 big. Not right now. You look away and you look back though, and it does seem to have gotten slightly bigger.
Heck yeah.
I need to go to bed. Oh my
May I?
God.
Mine bigger? I want my hat bigger.
No.
Your hat does not get bigger.
All right. I'm satisfied. Let's go.
Fetal position.
All
Fetal
right.
position.
How are we approaching getting back to the high road?
Walking. No.
Obviously, are you just going in a random direction?
Pius, throw me in the air and I'll try to spot it.
Are you sure?
No. I think I've been
All
on my
right.
phone for too long.
And then he throws you.
Roll a strength check.
What should I roll for hopefully seeing it?
Acrobatics, mostly just to keep your balance, since you're being picked up and thrown in a hurry. The hermit does speak like as you grab her and throw her. Well, it might not be a bad idea. Say, use the flying carpet. You could go up and try to spot it. It's actually a pretty good idea.
Why did we do that at first?
Come on, Discord,
bird.
load. What was the
Cool
roll? Because my
birds up
phone is
here.
taking forever.
I got a 10.
10 and an 11. So you only managed to kind of get her right above your head. You came back down, and with that 11, even though you're unprepared, you come back down on your feet, and you land okay.
Ta-da! Warning next time.
Pious claps.
Thank you. I try. Some say I am a problem child. I say I'm elegant.
I lean over to
ting,
Pius
ting,
and
ting.
say, "Me next."
All right.
And then he throws Twilight.
Another strength check.
What do I roll?
Acrobatics.
I actually still have my boots of flying going, so I'm just gonna fly above the tree line and see if I can spot the road.
Oh shit!
All right,
Damn, I
go
launched that bitch.
ahead and roll a perception for Nick. Still
20
need
total.
20 total? All right, yeah, you spot the road, and you can map out a path where you either keep moving forward, or you can go just horizontally back to it, without really covering much more ground. You do also see while you're up there, there seems to be, let me double check my notes because all my shit's all fucked up right now. I am bouncing between 3 phones because I got a new phone and have not fully transferred everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my sister gave me a phone, so I had phone service. She is paying my phone bill, and I appreciate that very, very much.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I had to double check. You also see that probably it's fairly far in the distance, but it's really large, so it's very noticeable. There is a lake up ahead as well. Pius, you do manage to get her a good 20 or so feet up in the air. And Twilight, with that 24, you do a double front flip with 3 full twists before coming back and landing.
While I'm doing this, am I allowed to turn into an animal?
Yeah, you could do that instead of the full flipping.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you're out of wild shapes.
But I
No,
have
you
one
took a short rest. You would have gotten those back.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you turning into?
I'm gonna turn into a crocodile. And just
With that acrobatics, you land well enough to not face plant. But you are one. You're a crocodile. You're kind of big. Not the most maneuverable. So you just managed to
Right.
not take damage.
Right. Do I land on Pius?
No.
No, I jumped out of the way.
Yeah, but Nick, you notice that there is a lake up ahead with a singular bridge that's cutting through the center of it.
Okay. And that's part of the way back.
Yep. And the lake seems familiar for some reason.
Okay. We'll check that out. Like, there's a lake up ahead?
Yeah,
Seems kind of familiar.
it's further up on the high road. You'll be passing through.
Let's go!
Yeah, I want to swim.
I'd like to walk beside Captain Flowers on the way back. Captain,
Yay.
can I have your attention for a moment?
Of course. What can I do for you?
Well, I've noticed you finished your armor, and I was wondering, do you have any other projects that are keeping you tied up at the moment?
Nothing at the moment that I can think of. Besides some transforming weapon. But that's a bit for the pew-pew and the axe, but, you know.
You finished
you looking
the
for?
transforming weapon. You did finish
I
that.
did?
Yeah.
I did, okay. Alright. Then no, I don't have anything at the moment.
Can I ask you, would it be possible to, and he unsheaths the blade once again, to just shorten this a bit, to change its shape without removing its potency?
The donkey is also an ass. Hey, it'd be simple. You
You're
talk
sure?
into a dwarf.
Hold on. I missed what you're trying to do. Sorry.
I want to turn the Dragon's Wrath weapon into a short sword and redesign it, basically reforge it, or not reforge it, but reduce its length and girth.
Yeah, there's Captain Fires, you know that there's a chance that you could fuck it up and basically destroy it. But you should be able to do it, since you do have the pocket forge. You should be able to do it, and especially with the living gloves help. It'll be significantly easier.
Yeah, no. That's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
So,
you know that it
no-
is possible. Slimmest of chances, you still might fuck it up.
So you definitely got that, huh? How long would it take for us to complete this if I were to help you?
Captain Flowers kind of thinks there for a bit. If we had everything, and I mean, if we had everything.
Where is the list I need? Where are you?
Where is it?
I've got things in some weird places, so... And I keep losing track
That's
of...
what she
Right. Where is it?
We're not doing great anymore. Sorry.
Did you find it yet? Did you find it yet?
That's what she said.
No, I'm not. I'm not finding it. Which is terrible, because it's kind of an important table that I should know exactly where the hell it is. Because it's the table for determining times on, like, creating spells. So the fact I can't find
Can I roll
it
an
is kind of ticking me
investigation?
off.
Check to see.
Roll an investigation.
Well, it doesn't help when the DM themselves don't know what the-
Let's roll an
Roll over the
investigation.
DM.
Find it.
It's impossible for you to roll high enough, unfortunately, because you do not have access to it.
Wait, what? Oh.
Let's do it as a group thing.
Oh my goodness, I am just terrible. How the hell did I lose it?
It's okay to feel sad.
It's okay.
Is it on a different phone? Like, no, it can't be.
Which phone?
Right? I've got to reorganize some of this, because it is just killing me. It wouldn't be under intoxicants, that's for sure.
I mean, it is Captain Flowers. It might be.
There it is. It's
See?
a...
It was there.
It's an uncommon. So you think it'd probably take you about 24 hours of work to get it reforged? Give or take, based on how well you can handle it.
A full day, yeah.
Yeah, a full day.
Okay, well, we work on it in steps. Can we do that? Couple hours a night here, 4 hours there. Would that be possible?
You do figure you would probably have to spend at least 4 hours for each time that you work on it. So you'd have to do it in 4 hours.
Okay, well, I mean, if you'd be willing, I'd be willing to pay you if needed, of course.
I ain't gonna take your money. I'd be doing it for free. You're giving me enough as it is.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Pius, as everyone's talking and all of you are walking down the road, Pius, you specifically, everything, like, the sounds start to get quieter and quieter for you. It looks like there's less and less around, fewer trees, and as you keep walking, you're almost, like, in a trance. Like, you just gotta go forward, you're spacing out, so to speak, until you finally realize that you're standing in nothing. You're in the void. All alone. No one around you. And you're standing face to face with what appears to be a shadowy version of yourself. Tentacles writhing off of the shadowy figure. And it says one thing to you.
How do you know that you're really you?
But I am me. I am Pius.
Are you?
Who?
How do you know
Yes?
that you aren't a shell trying to replace what Amy left behind?
I've never known an Amy. I know of an Amy, but my memory is shoddy at best. Who are you?
Do you truly not recognize me?
Well, I mean, besides the fact that you look like me, I know you are not me.
You notice its eyes seem to start to glow slightly pink. But it doesn't speak again.
I'm going to walk towards it. How far away is it from me when I first saw it?
Roughly 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like to the point where our breastplates are almost touching, and then just stare at it in the eyes.
Okay. Back on the high road, or the forest with everybody else, you notice Pius just suddenly takes the full lead. He's walking at a fast pace instead of the average pace that you normally walk at.
How fast am I as a crocodile?
I think crocodiles have a speed 40.
And he's walking how fast?
About 45. Not necessarily like a full sprint or anything, but definitely faster than normal. He seems to be almost mindlessly driven to get where you're going.
I'm gonna turn into a jaguar because I know they can run up to like 6 feet, and I'm just gonna kind of like turn into a jaguar and kind of run up in front of him and kind of put my paws on his like breastplate or shoulders.
So you could just pick up your pace a little bit as a... Oh, wow, actually, crocodiles have lower speed than I thought. Dang. Yeah, you'd probably have to change to actually properly keep up.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you move up and you just keep pace with him?
So I'm like I'm on my hind legs and I have my 2 paws on his shoulders and while he's walking. So I'm basically walking backwards. Does that make sense? It looks like I'm mulling him.
My brain just cannot process what you are doing. And I do not know why I can't process it right now.
So are you trying to like get ahead of him and then just like keep him from
I'm
moving
getting
forward?
ahead of him and like my body's in front of him and my paws are on his shoulders. So it's like I'm facing him.
So you're trying to hold him in place is what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of.
Good luck.
So as you kind of put yourself up to start pushing against him, you notice that his eyes and all of those normal like blue lines and lights all over him are all glowing pink currently. And your efforts push as hard as you try, they do nothing, and he kind of keeps walking and just kind of pushes you down and walks over you without ever putting a hand out. Just his natural force keeps going.
Now's not a good time to touch him, I think. Pious!
You get no response.
I follow at his exaggerated pace. Nick, have you ever seen him do this?
Once.
And I don't think he was moving when he did it, right?
No, he
He
wasn't.
kind of zoned out, but he wasn't like mobile.
It happened during the fight with Acrid. After he had touched the torment fragment during that fight, his eyes had glowed purple. And he seemed to almost be automated instead of sentient for a few seconds afterwards.
Are you still wearing that torment fragment? Pious?
I think I put it back in my neck. Did I not?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't think.
Yeah,
maybe
yours is back in your neck.
Yeah, I swear I put it back in my neck.
I reach and try and yank it out of his neck.
So roll a strength check.
Right.
As the body itself tries to resist opening.
11.
No, you do not get it. You manage to get like your fingers under there so that you can grip it, but it's too much pressure from like the springs and cogs and such for you to pull back against.
Damn it all. Yeah, I'll just keep following him, watching closely.
Back over to Pius. Or Nick, you have something real quick?
I was going to try and stand in front of him. If I can catch up and get past. He just ran. Well, give me a minute.
Yeah, so you get in front of him, kind of similarly, at least to Twilight. Maybe not trying to push back against him or anything. And he walks around you instead of just kind of pushing through and walking over you. Which, as far as like walking over, that did not include stepping on or anything like that.
I just start laughing.
You can give him whatever update you're going to give him. I will have a response to the moment that he passes.
You'll have a response the moment he passes you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just walks around, passes you, almost completely unaware of what's going on.
Wall of force. Making a cube containing just him and I.
So you all look at this, and you know what Wall of Force does, how it's supposed to work. He seems to walk through it as if he's not there. Or it's not there.
Oh, fuck. Not good. Not good.
But yeah, back over to Pius. As you get up in front of this entity, and you stare it down in the eyes. It does speak again at that moment.
How do you know that I do not control you?
Because that is behind me. I am no longer controlled. The last person that did that was Acrid, if you can even call him a person.
As you're responding, and you look into the eyes deeper, you get a flash of memory, and it seems to almost be a continuation of the scene from the box. It starts up right before you got pulled into the tear in space-time, and you see yourself being flown through this Doctor Who warp hole, and you can feel yourself almost being pulled apart, existentially more than physically, as these layers of your existence seem to be getting stripped and peeled. You see one of them, pink in color, being pulled away, and it's the only one that seems to be trying to pull back to the body, and as it does, it feels like your memories are fading. You're getting little glimpses of these 7 heroes, adventurers, whatever you may call them, that have been working alongside you and Dr. Druindar, but you're trying to picture their faces, and they seem to just be fading out during this moment. And the pink figure starts to turn a shadowy black before you find yourself standing on a golden brick road in this memory. And then it flashes back, and you're looking and staring down this shadowy figure again.
Do you know who I am?
Unfortunately, no. But you seem to know a lot about me, so why don't you tell me who I am?
Amy.
Back over to the
You're
Highroad,
lying.
though. Everyone else, you've just watched Pius walk straight through a wall of force.
I got an idea. I want to ride on his shoulders.
Yeah, you climb up there. He does nothing to stop it.
Good plan. Let's continue on.
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't want to hurt him. So, and I can't do anything else. I burned all my other after that, it starts getting risky with my staff. So,
One more wild shape, right?
I don't know if it's going to be worth
you've
the
used
Twilight.
you've used 2 wild shapes, one for crocodile and one when you turned into a jaguar, so you're out of those.
I mean, he walked through something you're not supposed to walk through. I don't think any animal is going to stop that.
Yeah, and Nick, the only context of what it seems kind of like is if something were on the ethereal plane but visible in the material plane, if you tried to wall of force that, it would walk through because it's on a different plane of existence. That's the only point of reference you could imagine this happening. But he doesn't look ethereal, and he's been touched just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, all we can do for right now is follow. Keep him safe. Keep other things safe from him if he turns violent.
Am I allowed to headbutt him and see if that would actually help him get out of whatever is going on?
Roll to hit.
No.
Unless someone wants to stop you.
I will warn you, you are doing this at your own risk. I don't know how he's going to react.
Well, obviously, he's not reacting to anything, so let's see what happens. Roll the hit.
Yep. D20 plus strength plus 3. Strength modifiers, not your strength score.
One D20 plus 5. Plus 3?
Yes. Yeah, you all see her wind up as a jaguar still, and roll in and just headbutt him straight on in the center. She's overtaken by a pink aura and falls unconscious, though. She seems to have just not... you are unconscious. No damage, but you're unconscious. Knocked yourself clean out, you hit him so hard. That does also cause her to turn back into her from the wild shape.
That's what you get for hitting my ride.
Does anything happen to him?
No. He just keeps on a-walking.
Damn.
Not that you know, you're unconscious.
Well, I was just curious out of I was just curious out of game.
Okay. Where's her magic carpet? I'll go into her bag of holding and pull out her magic carpet and lay her on it and just like walk with it like a kite.
I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, you got real quiet. I think your Bluetooth switched over.
You're very, very, very quiet.
Oh, there we go. Better?
I can't hear him at all.
Yep, don't hear the Nick at all.
He died.
There we go.
No.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh no, he's alive.
This is the issue with wearing 2 pair of headphones. Anyway, yeah, I will pull out her magic carpet and lay her on it and just pull it along like a kite.
So you know the magic carpet only normally goes like 30 feet, and it would be a little slow. You'd be losing distance normally, but for some reason, it's almost like the magic carpet itself has a will of its own and is trying to keep up.
I appreciate you, magic carpet.
Yeah, if no one does anything, though, over the next hour or so, Pius just keeps going with no stop or anything. Back over in the void...
Is he heading...
He's heading to the Highroad. He is heading the direction you all are supposed to be heading.
Okay. That's my... Right now, that's the only thing we can do anything about, so...
Back over with Pius, though. After you shout that this entity is a liar, it doesn't respond again, and you stand there for a half an hour or so before it asks again.
Who am I?
not know. I am sorry.
As you say that, your eyes kind of avert downward, almost that kind of head hanging in shame type of reaction, and you start to have another flash of memory, starting up at that point where the shadowy figure was ripped out of the time vortex from you in that memory. And now it's standing in the void alone, and you know this is a memory, but it's clearly not yours. It's this entity's. As it stands there, its pink light dimming more and more as it seems to mutate and start growing the tentacles. And then it flashes back over to you. And it's hanging its head down in the exact same fashion you are.
Were a part of me. But which part I do not know.
It starts to raise its head, and you feel your head going up too, despite the fact that you're not actually trying to do it. It almost as if you are mirroring it. And as you look in its eyes again, you get another flash into it in the void as the pink light seems to be fading more and more, and you start to see more flashes of memory from it. Little snippets like 682 breaking out, and it bracing and protecting people, using your body as a shield in the middle of 682, them trying to open you up and check your things. They're laying blueprints out on the table as if they're trying to figure out how to repair something in you. You see a flash to the tower again, with you standing there in front of the portal at the top of it. You can feel the sadness, but you don't really know what's going on in that scene. And you get a flash to that point where you appeared on the Highroad right after being flung back in time. And you look over and you can see the bodies of Esme and Ralda. There doesn't seem to be any coherent reason to your behavior at this point, but you walk over and you dig graves to bury them in. As you turn around, you see a figure that you're familiar with. You don't remember this directly. You're only remembering it through this experience right now. And it's Acrid. And he asks what your name is. How do you respond in this memory?
Did we lose him?
Did we lose Bias? Did we lose me?
I'm here.
Thinking on it?
I am Bias.
Why are you out here?
I do not know.
Well,
my memory. Nothing makes sense.
Well, how about you come with me? We can help each other out until your memory comes back. How's that sound, Pius?
Do I know you?
I don't think so. My name's Acrid. It's nice to meet you.
You as well. Sure, yes. Yes. Let's go. Let me finish burying my friends, I think.
He joins you without saying anything, and he helps you finish burying them. But as you're playing through this memory, you're also almost seeing a second side to it, as the shadowy pink version of you in the void seems to be watching this, screaming, "Don't do it! Don't do it!" And then it flashes back into the void where you're standing face to face with that figure. And it almost seems to be crying.
Back now, I understand that it was a mistake, but I had no idea. I couldn't remember anything. You would have done the same.
Its voice seems to lighten. And unlike yours, it's not robotic, but it's no longer like this almost eldritch demonic voice. And it says, maybe I would have, but I don't know. I don't even know who I am. Who am I?
Pius is going to put his hand on their shoulder.
Its movements mirror yours.
Well, judging by the way that we are, how do you say, mimicking each other, it seems as if we are one and the same, but if you are not pious, then that must mean I am not pious.
And what's our name?
Amy. We are Amy.
When you say the name, you feel yourself being pulled back through the void, and you kind of see all the trees and the grass and everything forming around you again. And it's more a feeling than anything else. And you know that this part of you didn't come back with you. It's still there in this other plane of existence, or this lack of existence, suffering through all of the pain and memories that you've experienced before. And standing outside of space-time, in this fixed location, so to speak, you get the idea that you yourself are woven into the fabric of space-time as well by this anchor outside of reality. And you find yourself, you're walking down through the forest, and you can kind of see the Highroad off in the distance through the trees.
You said I can see the high road in the distance?
Yeah.
Do I see anything else?
The trees, the snow. If you kind of start panning around to look, you notice all your allies behind you.
So I'm having an out-of-body experience is what you're telling me.
No, you're in your body now.
Oh, okay. But am I still moving?
Yes.
Can I try and go back to the void?
You try to focus on it. You try to get that feeling. You try to push yourself. You try to stir up your magic, but it doesn't seem to do anything. You can feel one of those connections through the deities and such that you can normally feel. It does feel to be a little bit more open, but it's just hollow and like nothing's there despite the fact it feels open. And even as you try to like press through that, you don't really get anything back either, other than a feeling of sorrow. The rest of you notice that even though Pius has continued to walk, all the lights on his body have turned blue again.
What turned blue again? I'm sorry.
All of his lights, his eyes, all of the normal lit up parts of him that are blue that turned pink, they've gone back to the normal blue.
Oh, you're back. Oh, you're back. Pius?
I'm gonna knock on his head since I'm still riding him.
Yeah, and about this time, Pius, you do notice that you are being ridden, and you are in control.
Oh, hello.
He's back!
It's been probably about 2 hours of travel, by the way.
I am tired.
I'll say, this was a long trip.
So tired.
Okay. We can stop for the day. Our big goal was to get back to the road, and then that happened.
No, we can keep going. I need time to think.
Pius, what happened there?
I will tell you all later. Now is not the time.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're
It's
okay.
You had us all worried. Just know that.
I am not surprised. We all look out for each other. I appreciate you all.
Pius, you feel tingling where you normally keep the torment fragment, but it doesn't feel like that normal, uneasy, angry, sad type of feeling. It feels slightly warm.
I'm gonna grab it and hold it in my hand.
When you pull it out, it's white and softly glowing. Change in your character sheets to a hope fragment.
What? What has happened? It is no longer. It is no longer purple.
Pius, what happened? Where did you go?
All right. I had a discussion with myself. Someone that is me, but also someone else. piece of me, if you will. They were exactly like me, but corrupted by the void. It is a piece of me that came off during the incident. They stayed in the void and I persisted. But I am not who I always thought I was.
And
My name... Good.
You know who you are now?
I have a good inkling of who I think I am. Or was, or still am. I've been pious for so long, it's hard to discern, but...
I mean, you still sound like Pius. You think like Pius as far as I can tell. You speak like Pius. You don't seem anyone other than Pius to me.
Because it is all you have known me as, Wrath.
I'm not sure that changes the fact that that's who you are.
Yes, but I am someone else. Pius is a shell. The real me is Amy. But that person is lost. I am still trying to understand.
That's fair.
All I know is they are still there in the void. I wanted to try to pull them back out, but I couldn't.
Pius, as you feel this kind of sense of failure, this negative emotion about how you couldn't really do anything for this other part of you, and you're looking at the hope fragment, you can kind of feel that negative energy flowing through that open channel. It seems to be going away from you.
Can I tell where it's going?
It's the same channel that seems to open to nothing. That new one that opened. Or reopened.
I'm going to try and focus on it. And
go ahead
do something
and
with it.
Roll a wisdom save.
What is my wisdom save? Oh, that's a pretty good one, but I shouldn't say anything because I'm going to jinx myself.
Wisdom saves are what you do.
Yeah, but I also like to fuck things up as well. Oh, that's pretty solid.
26.
26.
Yeah, as you focus, it seems to almost like you view down the tunnel as if you're going down it. And you can see on the other side, you do see this Eldritch version of yourself. And you can see your own negative thoughts and feelings that were being pulled away from you, exiting this channel and entering that version of you. And you flash back, like, after seeing it, because you never, like, truly left your body. You were just viewing that distance.
Mm-hmm.
I think I must do something to fix this, but I'm still unsure. In due time, I suppose.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I'm not the only one that would be willing to help you in this endeavor.
Thank you.
We're always here for you, bud. Whatever you need.
Be careful what you wish for.
You have no idea.
What do you mean? I don't age anymore. This is amazing. You know how shitty it feels to be old? Oh my god.
Wait.
Hey, easy with that word.
Look, you live to be an exceedingly large age. I was well past my prime.
As they're talking, Pius pulls out the fate card from his bag.
Ooh.
Okay.
I believe I can fix this now. I remember.
Pius, that's dangerous magic. Be careful.
You have not seen what I've seen, Wrath.
I've not. You're right. I trust you. I just want you to really think about it. But I'm here to back you up in whatever choice you do make.
I can change what happened.
But what does that change now?
We will find out. In the next episode. No, that's a joke. I'm sorry.
In the next episode of the Dork Adventures.
Wrap it.
Wrath braces his quarterstaff in the ground with his offhand and puts a hand on your shoulder. If this is what you want to do. And he just nods.
I think this is what I need to do. It feels right.
Then do it, my friend.
Okay. I am stronger than I used to be.
Absolutely.
And then I don't know how to use the fate card, but he wants to change that piece of him being ripped apart from him.
Okay.
To where it was never ripped from him.
Nick, something strange happens to you at this moment.
Yeah, awesome. I love this for me.
Oh shit. Sorry, Nick.
You feel yourself having a vision. Like, you're not going to whatever it is, you're just seeing it. And you know enough about magic. This seems to be in line with divination magic that is used to see the future, like you're seeing a prophecy of sorts, so to speak. And you see what appears to be a beautiful elven woman sitting on a luxurious throne in this large room. But you're seeing her as if by true sight. You see both this elven woman and a large, monstrous, almost demon-like entity in that same spot. And to its side, you see the amygdala from Bloodborne. And you see it kind of flare with the yellow tint over its body, the amygdala. And then the pink itself seems to be pulled out of it at that moment. As the door to that room slams open and a group of 7 individuals walk in to it. The only 2 you can kind of clearly see appear to be a turtle wearing clerical robes and a tiefling in what's clearly some type of very, very high-class knight uniform. It has the crest of Canehurst on it as well. But before any of them can speak or you can get context to this scene, the vision ends. And off in the distance, because you'd been seeing this from the side of the room, exactly where you'd seen that pink being pulled off in the vision, you see that pink also floating through the air as it floats to and into Pius. And Pius, you can feel your memories kind of shifting around, almost like one of those block puzzles where you're trying to move everything to make the image clear. And some of them seem to almost be changing. That moment where the pink was pulled away as this black entity, the pink seems to get ripped back into you, and only the shadow portion of it is launched into the void. And as that changes, and you can kind of feel this other part of you now inside of you, fully reintegrated. And some of your memories come back again. A little bit more. Nights with Dr. Druindar, trying to solve the puzzle that is time travel. And you remember that he had one thing that he was actually concerned about prior to that test. And that was just the specific positioning of one of the torment fragments inside of the box's shell. And you can feel that the memories are there, but they're still very foggy, even though they've kind of come back. Add every language except deep speech back to your list of known languages. Deep speech is the only language you do not know.
Holy shit.
And even though, like, this change happened and you have these new memories where that part of you seemed to be leading you away from those things you did that you've kind of regretted, such as joining Acrid, nothing seemed to really change, and you get a clear memory of when you met Nick. And you remember that it was this other part of you that pushed you to accept Nick's help and not treat them as an enemy. That part of you is what drove you to turn against Acrid.
I see.
So even though it seems like it's been changed, nothing really changed, as if it was always that way. And the Fates card vanishes.
Wow, okay.
Where that... sorry, I just realized I had skipped a portion of this. That connection that seems to go out to the void, it's still there and you can feel it, but you don't really feel necessarily that part of you on the other side. Now you just feel anger and sadness. Just the emotions themselves are there, and they feel significantly stronger on the other side of the connection. But any sign of sapience or sentience is gone from those feelings.
I feel much better.
Doesn't appear as if much has changed. Are you sure it worked? I'm glad you're feeling better, don't get me wrong, but...
You notice his blue lights are slightly purple tinted now. As if there was just a touch of red introduced.
Who are all of you?
You do still remember everything as it's happened.
No, I know. I was
Okay.
I was messing with them.
Okay, I had to make sure it was a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit. Who are all of you?
Well, we're your friends, Pius. We've been journeying together for some time now. Are you sure? What do you remember last?
I only know my name.
It's because we bought you back in 2 towns over and you owe us 50 gold.
Oh, I am sorry. And then he flips you the bird.
Yeah, that's my favorite tin man.
You should have seen all the looks on your faces. Priceless.
I was very concerned.
You're an ass.
No, I am a robot. But thank you.
Who's also an ass.
So you feel better now, Pius?
Yes, for some reason, I feel more like myself. But this part of me feels like it's always been there.
It is very powerful magic that you just use, so.
Yes. But I am still me, regardless.
Wonderful. Great to hear. If
Shall
anything, you see more of yourself now than when you blacked out.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, we're points back towards the direction we've been walking the whole time. We've made pretty good speed thanks to your quick advances.
Oh, wow. You're welcome, I guess. I don't remember. I was, convening with myself. But...
Well, Tempest, you do owe me 50 gold for that Uber ride that you just took.
I am not a vehicle, Nick.
Yeah, and Tempest is still on your shoulders, too.
That's fine. She can stay up there if you want.
Who would treat you like a vehicle? That's rude.
While I'm up there, I want to lean in and just whisper, "Be careful how far you go." And then carry on as I am.
When you lean down to whisper, you find yourself sitting on the magic carpet, and you're whispering into Twilight's ear as she wakes up. So, Twilight, you wake up to Tempest whispering in your ear, "Be careful how far you go." None of you are quite sure why she teleported, but she did.
I want my Uber back.
So I hear that she says that's me, then?
Yeah, she whispers it in your ear.
Why be careful of how far I go? Are you okay?
Huh?
Did we snuggle?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Twilight. I'm getting off the carpet.
Here.
Y'all are just being so weird.
No, what's strange is the teleportation that just happened. How did you do that?
No idea. I've had weirder things happen to me before.
Have you seen today?
Jess, can I sense anything when that happened?
Roll an insight.
Damn, I got good ass insight.
Get it, boy!
Yeah. Fuck.
You can feel something. You're not sure if the energy you're feeling had anything to do with the teleportation itself. You kind of get a view down that tunnel, that connection again. And on the other side, instead of seeing what looks like you as a shadowy figure, you see the amygdala instead, standing in the void.
I stare back and smile.
So, unlike, with you, it's not just like a shadowy figure. It's like a full creature now. And you see it smile back. A very toothy, gnarled smile. before you kind of come back to your own normal point of view.
I know that I've said this before to you all, but when the day comes, you have to promise me that you won't let me hurt you all.
And when the day comes that you're so keen to warn us about, you have to promise me not to get mad because I didn't destroy you.
That's fair.
By the way,
We'll do
Deuce, you
everything.
can take levels in Warlock, Great Old One now.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You can take levels in Warlock, Great Old One patron now.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yo.
I'm a Warwick.
Yeah. Obviously your choice. You don't have to actually take the levels, but with the connection fully open, you have access to said class now.
Okay.
As long as there's no living birch mama, we're good.
Oh god, the birch. Why?
Well,
Why
I mean,
would you do that to me?
If you all recall in this moment about Tempest's backstory and how she had hunted down a young woman named Lainey who was transformed into a tree and torn apart. Maybe you realize that the birch has come into existence.
Why do we need to like poke at my repressed memories? Can we just not?
Oh, we have to, because the birch is very important later on in the trilogy.
It's okay.
But yeah, you're just about at the Highroad again. You're back on track.
Sweet. You said deep speech is the only one I don't know?
Yeah, so you could just write all except deep speech.
Okay.
What time of day is it now? Because I know you said that took a few hours of him just trudging.
Yeah, it took a couple. It's about 6 o'clock now. 6 p.m.
Shall we set up camp? I'm needing a rest.
No, that's fair.
Sounds like a great idea.
Captain, do you mind working a little bit on this sword tonight?
I can do that. Been itching to get into proper smithing for a bit.
If you don't mind, I'll tag along and learn from you, help you where I can.
Hey, if you want. Don't mind.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have something that may require rolls to do for the night?
Say that again?
Does anyone else have anything that might require rolls for the night?
Require a roll? Is that what you're saying?
Role play.
No. Require a roll, like...
Oh.
Like Captain Flowers is smithing, so he's going to have to roll a smithing check.
Smithing checks.
No.
Gotta make them skips and checks.
Oh. I do.
Yes?
Although, no.
You still have that spell already that you need 8 hours of work on. Just
yeah, I realized. I remembered that I rolled on it already, and that it was 8 hours. So I'll just be working on that. Then I already rolled on. So
And if you do nothing else besides your normal rest, you will get it done by morning.
Yep, now I just gotta write it up.
Right? So yeah, Captain Flowers, go ahead and give me a smithing check. That's going to be a d20 plus... We'll do dexterity on this. This opening segment's more about how well you do it, but more than knowing the process. Plus double proficiency.
Okay, double proficiency and dexterity.
Yeah, it's weird. Tool proficiencies are basically just more skill proficiencies. Like, you have the skill smithing, and you're proficient. You're double proficient.
So, do you want me to roll like 1d20 plus 5 or 1d20 plus like 10?
1d20 plus dex modifier plus 6. Because double proficiency is 6 currently.
So, like 11? Am I reading this right?
I don't know what your dex score is.
Help me, Dungeon Master. You're my only hope.
What's your dex modifier?
5. Right?
Then 11.
Yeah, so it is plus 11 then.
Okay. 24.
24. Yeah, you actually... You do a really good job. You get through 8 hours of the work. In that 4 hours.
And smithing songs.
That's exhausting work, Flowers. Thank you again for your help with this. Where'd you learn to do all of this? There wasn't much room for this on the ocean, from my experience.
Oh, didn't I say? I probably didn't. No, me old man, he wanted me to follow as old drawers did down in the mountains. Bunch of smithing, bunch of metalworking.
That is fair. This is exhausting.
Aye, it is. Back then when I was a younger lad, I decided, I'm a bit too good for this weatherwalking things. I ain't the best at it. You know what I do like, though? I like selling boats. So that's what I decided to go do. Just go selling me boats.
There's a certain calm when you're out on the ocean with favorable winds, a few clouds in the sky to block the sun, nice cool air around you.
That sweet smell of the ocean. She calls thee.
She does.
Aye.
So, as everyone's kind of just doing their thing for the night, and Nick, you're working on that spell, you feel yourself have another vision. And this time you see a male turtle and a tiefling woman. They seem to be taking marriage vows at this moment in a dark crypt. Almost dungeon-like, from like a castle or something, just missing the cells themselves. And as the two of them finish their vows, the woman moves over to a ritual circle that you recognize from that book of yours. And she takes her own place and lays down in it as you see the turtle going through the process of the ritual, slowly dismembering and disemboweling her as part of the process. And you see him changing as it completes, and you see the shred of her spirit entering that phylactery, which is a ruby music box. And as you see him shift, he grows a handful of tentacles and takes on an almost rubbery texture to his turtle skin as he cries at what he's done to his wife, who he just married.
Damn. I've never heard this story before.
That's rough.
I think, like, it definitely distracts me from working on the spell. I'm gonna watch this play out, and even if it's on repeat, I'll watch it over and over and over again.
So it is. You see a marriage proceeding that takes about a half an hour, and the ritual itself takes 8. So it pretty much does take up that full time. But when you come out of it, you realize you were working on autopilot, and you still finished the spell. With a name and a question mark down at the bottom. Fred?
Hello?
Okay. We'll make note of this.
Did she say something after the Fred part? It went completely quiet.
It just went quiet.
Yeah, with me taking notes and thinking, because I have nothing on a Fred. So.
Oh no! As we move into chapter 3, things are getting darker and more fucked up.
Things weird, dog.
Hey, Josh,
It's so weird.
May I do something?
What did you want to do?
I want to do detect magic on my pirate outfit.
I want to do the do.
You do detect magic on it. It is magic, but it doesn't seem to be any specific school of magic. It's just magic.
Like,
And
I want to know what it does.
Well, that would be identify for what it does, and it was identified earlier alongside everything else. It doesn't do anything. It's literally just magic. So it's more resistant, takes damage less, which is probably how it survived inside of that penguin.
Like, may I guess, do an investigation to figure out if I can find, like, gold in it, or, like, pockets, or anything like that?
It's a hat. It's pretty easy to look through. It's a pirate hat. It's a nice pirate hat, but it's a pirate hat.
Like, I didn't know if there was, like, secret compartments in it or not.
No. It's just a hat.
Right.
Just a magical hat so it takes less damage than a normal hat.
What about the, silhouette?
What about the what?
The silhouette.
The silhouette of what?
Well, you said it was a pirate outfit, right? Not just a hat.
Yeah. All of it. Everything from earlier has been identified. You know what it is. This whole thing is just magic.
Okay.
So, nothing special about it. Yeah, does anyone else have something specific, or are they just kind of mulling things over?
I'm gonna go look for weed.
Captain Flowers, he's just smoking from his pipe.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
No, I'm questions, no answers. That's all I've got. Go ahead.
Is the entity that entered me, is that a separate entity from me, even though it's a part of me?
It's almost like it's both. Like, it seems to be kind of separate, but at the same time, it's just a part of you.
Because I'm wondering if Deuce could talk to it. Like, if it was in Pius's head, would Deuce be able to interact with it?
That's a good question.
Roll a wisdom save.
Using Deuce's stats.
Oh, I'm maxed out, maybe.
I mean, Deuce has the same stats as Pius, so...
was a 9.
16. So you have the moment and you're trying to feel out and talk to Deuce just as much as you're trying to see if there's that connection. And you kind of realize that the same way this other part of you is connected to you, Deuce seems to be attached in the exact same way. As if he's just another part of you that he is you, but he's kind of separate. And all of the parts seem to be pretty free to communicate as they so choose. Once you kind of have that realization that it's not really a different part, so you can openly communicate.
Okay.
But we'll just call the other part of you Amy to make it simpler.
Okay.
But Amy doesn't necessarily have like a lot to say. She does say one thing that definitely stands out in all of it because the memories are still foggy. And Amy tells you to trust the man in red.
Okay. All right. That works for me.
Wrath, I want you to go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me real quick. As you're sitting there kind of alongside the forge and learning.
21.
21? You notice that, like, as you've been... Because you had started trying to kind of learn how to do, like, the enchanting and such. You notice that the way Captain Flowers is working on this, because it is magic, he's using some similar processes. And you kind of start to figure out a couple things about the enchanting as well. So you're going to get 2 hours of progress towards that proficiency.
No? Okay. Cool.
Just because there's that loose connection that you realize it as you're watching.
Okay. Sweet.
But yeah, you're all able to get through the night and wake up the next day rested. Maybe not relaxed, but rested.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that means I'm no longer at 69 hit points.
Oh.
Oh, sad. Oh.
Sag.
Yar.
Did you hear that, Jash? Quick check. Do people hear me?
Kind of. You're
Yes,
quiet.
Sort of.
You sound super far away.
Bullshit.
Apparently, I didn't have your volume maxed out anymore for some reason on my side. Explains part of why you're quieter.
Test. Asking if we're able to do an intermission.
Does Nick know what spell that they are going to work on next?
Oh, after the shield?
Yeah,
no,
because you
I
kind of
don't.
get through it. You get through the shield all the same on autopilot, so...
I will say not at the moment, but I will have something for you soon.
Alright.
I mean, of course he works on another spell. I just don't know what that is
Obviously.
yet. And I'm focusing on who the fuck is Fred right now.
Who the fuck is Fred? Do you say anything about either of the visions that you had?
No, we've dealt with enough shit for today. This one's for me for right now.
This one's for you for right now? Alright.
Yeah.
You do know that lake is pretty far away. It was out there, but it's a big lake. You figure it's sort of roughly probably about 100 miles up the road still. But you didn't see anything else really between this point of the high road and the lake when you had been first looking up in the air the previous day.
So it should just be lake from here on out.
Yep, here, and the next major marker you could see was the lake. So, here to the lake is the current goal.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's...
And I just realized I
Get
put
it all
all
together.
4 side quests of Chapter 3 on the second half of the chapter.
Hell yeah.
A lot of shit's gonna happen. Yeah, so y'all can make your travel down, and it's surprisingly quiet. But as you're going, the trees are changing. They kind of finish going from palm trees to that palm pine hybrid. They've been turning more pine, but they're finally back to just fully pine trees along the road now. And you've reached a point where the snow's down to maybe a couple inches. You can see a couple patches where you just see straight down to the ground again. The main reason the high road's been noticeable when you've been looking despite the snow is because you can see like the lined pattern of the bricks from how the snow was laying. But you're starting to actually see the road itself again. But you have a whole day of pretty much uninterrupted, nice, peaceful travel.
Okay.
Was there anything anyone wanted to do while traveling? You also noticed that the hermit seems to have found the dodecahedron again.
Well, that's good.
You're not sure when he picked it up, but he did.
Wait, what do we notice?
He found that giant 12-sided die somewhere at some point.
I don't question it. I want to look for weed.
Alright, go ahead and roll a survival check for as you travel. You weren't able to find any the night before just because of all the snow. But it does start to clear up as you're going, so... $23. You do manage to find some smokable herb along the way. In fact, you find 4 doses of the... Why can I not remember the name currently? Oh, geez. I just got your message, by the way. And yeah, we're gonna take the break soon.
Okay.
Where is it? I know which list I need to go to. Phone, stop fighting me. Ephemeral Lily. You find 4 doses of the Ephemeral Lily.
How potent
The
is
magic
that?
one. That's the magic one. That's that top tier dank shit.
Oh, yeah. The shit that fucks me up.
Yep, and you found 4 doses of it.
May I look for more?
That's what you find during the whole trip. Up to 8 hours of travel. Is anyone else doing anything during this time of peace and walking?
Wrath is... Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just looking at the sky. Just walking forward.
As you're looking at the sky, Wrath walks by you, holding his hands up in the air, and above him, 5 foot in the air, he has his little pseudo-dragon he's constantly casting the gust cantrip to keep him 5 foot in the air, and the dragon is acting like he's flying like a real dragon.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Wow. That looks like a lot of fun.
I mean, I'm sure it is, but unfortunately I don't think I can hold your weight up.
No, maybe someday.
Maybe. I think you're right. I think one day I'll be able to.
Yes, I have seen into your future, Wrath. I have been keeping this from everyone else.
Please.
Could you actually become a real dragon someday?
A real dragon, you say? Like
Yes.
with wings and all?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to live long enough to see that day.
Well, you can. You live forever, right?
That's true. You know, you're not wrong.
Pius, I want you to roll a persuasion check and a deception check real quick. I'm going to use these to determine lore about the world, really, something I had never thought about. But you gave me an idea.
A real dragon.
Also, I would like to cast a true polymorph. No.
I was about to say there's no way that staff
Burn
has
every
that.
spell slot.
The staff does not have it. I do know it though.
I know you know it, but you
I know
casting
everything.
it is not viable right now.
No, I will just die.
Yeah.
So that was persuasion first, Pius?
Yes.
All right.
Deception, not so well.
You get a little bit of Amy seems to remember something and mentions it, that it is possible for Dragonborn to become full-blooded dragons. It's a combination of age and certain magics in the world. Amy doesn't know them, though, but it is an actual real thing that could happen.
Well, I don't think you age either, so if it does happen, you'd be the one to see it with me.
Only... And when it happens, Wrath, promise me that you'll fly me around the world.
I promise you, as soon as I am able, we shall take the journey of a lifetime, my friend, through the skies.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, everyone's having this conversation. You're all pretty close to each other.
I just pull out my carpet.
Twilight is
Nice.
riding the magic carpet.
So yeah, Pius is riding the magic carpet.
Twilight,
No, Twilight is.
you pulled it out, so I figured you were getting on it to ride.
I was gonna give it to Pius and say, "Here you go, motherfucker. Go fly yourself around the goddamn world."
I am way too large for fabric.
It's a large carpet.
Plus, there's a thrill in flying without something holding you in the air. And I think that's maybe the thrill we're seeking.
Yes, I don't know if you've ever seen a full-size dragon, but my god, are they large.
From the size of you, yes. You're very large.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Okay. Awesome.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take our break here, since we're a little over the 2-hour mark. And you all can think about whether you want to push travel further after 8 hours of travel, or if you want to take another rest immediately. Well, after the 8-hour daily travel. So we'll be back at... what is that? 33 to 38 after? Yeah.
Muffin Man?
So I think we just came. I think we just came back on the Muffin Man.
What the gumdrops?
All right. So before we get into asking everyone's opinions on continuing travel or not, there's something that most of you would have noticed, whether you chose to take note or not. As you were traveling, Tempest was kind of just staring at Pius awkwardly, like all day.
Stare.
Is that like so that's like while we're on the road, right?
Yeah, while you're on the road, since you guys woke up last time. And Tempest, you can swear every once in a while you see like shadowy wisps moving off of Pius's body.
Concerning.
Do I notice that she's...
Oh yeah, all of you do. All of you see it.
Not surprised.
Tempest, is everything okay?
I could be asking you the same. Are you
Alright.
sure you're okay?
Yes, I feel fine.
Then I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Okay. Let me know if there's an update.
Well, if the tentacles get any bigger, I'll let you know.
I'm sorry, the what?
So where are we going right now?
No. Back up just a step.
You said tentacles?
Yeah.
That sounds like something I should know.
Where are said tentacles?
I immediately
around
turned
you.
into an octopus.
Well, there's an octopus. Does that count?
Yes, but I feel like you wouldn't be staring at me if it was just an octopus.
Maybe I'm just seeing things. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
But if they get any more aggressive, I'll double check on your mood later.
Sounds good.
Pius, roll an insight. The recent events, there were tentacles on the shadowy Amy in the other plane of existence, but you're pretty sure you didn't drag that part through, just the core of Amy.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna brush it off then.
No point in worrying. We have so much more of a journey to go on anyway.
Yes, but I am skeptical of where we are going exactly. We'll see what happens.
No one else objects? Cool.
I'm
I
not even
think
sure what
fair.
I'm supposed to be objecting to at this point. You say he has tentacles on him. None of us can see that. Something doesn't seem right if that's the case.
It's not the first time I've seen something like this.
Where else have you seen it?
I believe it was back when I first met you all.
Go on.
Roll an
Where-
intelligence check real quick for me, Tempest.
An intelligence. Ooh, that's not exactly a strong suit.
Luckily, it's not that high of a DC.
You
We're
say
only
that,
looking
but
for
like,
we're only looking for a 13 for a full success.
okay. That's asking a lot from me right there.
Partial success. You know, it wasn't when you met them. It was a little bit after that, but it seems to have been like not real. Like you had interacted with it, but it wasn't actually real. It wasn't there. Just everything, everything around when you saw it, as well as when you saw it. Just none of it. That whole experience seems to be fake.
Maybe it is just in my head.
Perhaps. I feel fine, I promise.
Well, I'll believe ya. Maybe I just need to rest my head a bit.
Did you ride on my shoulders again?
I will definitely do that.
Yeah, you all are coming up on that 8 hours of daily travel. So the decision of pushing it or not is up to all of you now.
How far from
Push it.
Lake are we?
I forgot to add some information in here. Nick, based on your estimations, you've probably got about another 50 miles to the lake.
Oh!
It would be like 2 days travel if you don't take extra time or go faster. It's a bit out.
Yeah, that's much further out than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should probably rest then. There's no sense in rushing, really.
I can make it.
Agreed.
Go
Okay,
for
well,
it.
you're welcome to go alone. I think the rest of us
No,
should
no.
go.
I've had my traumatizations of when I go alone, shit happens.
She's learning.
Yay! And I know, and so I'm gonna stay right close to you, and I just hug Tempest
Why are you touching me?
because I want to stay close to you.
Close is
Mwah!
fine. This is. I swore I'd never cut a friend, but it's so tempting right now.
You do realize as she's fully embracing you, you don't feel any body heat from her.
Were you always this cold?
Cold. I'm not really that. I don't know. I'm not that cold.
It's kind of chilly.
Is it just me or is it Tempest too?
No, Tempest feels normal. Feels like a person. Body heat and all.
Can
And
I
you don't
feel
feel
her
cold
life
yourself.
force?
Do what?
I'll go over to Pius.
Can I sense her life force as a cleric?
What abilities do you have that would normally let you sense like life force or magic?
Let's see here. Let me take a look at my spells real quick.
Look at them scales, yeah.
Them spelly spells that are spelly.
Ooh, that spell. Can't you spell
I
that
put a spell on you.
I don't know. No, my spells are like that. Let me check my features.
You.
Aha.
Oh ho ho.
Is Tempest wearing any metal?
She's got things like her crest, her brooch, holding her cloak together. But for the most part, no, she's not wearing metal.
I'm gonna try to keep that up.
Does
What?
nothing.
Does
It does
nothing.
nothing.
Wow.
I mean, it heats up, but she's got multiple layers of clothing between it and her.
I'm starting to feel uncomfortable.
The only thing I really have is Eyes of the Grave. I can occasionally sense the presence of the undead.
That you attempt to use it. No undead.
Okay. I just want to make sure she was alive.
Yeah, and that includes the hermit, not undead.
Okay.
Despite all the signs that he is undead.
I'm gonna go over to Pius and ask him if I can hold.
Well, unfortunately, I can't feel anything, for the most part.
Yeah, you have temperature sensors.
What do they say, oh magic, voice?
She has the body temperature of a corpse. She has no natural body heat.
Oh dear.
Oh shit.
We have an issue, I think? Twilight, how do you feel?
I feel great.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I believe she is experiencing hypothermia.
And sure she ain't dead.
The whole corpse temperature would be so low that if it were hypothermia, it would have killed her already.
Oh, well. Maybe not hypothermia.
I'm gonna. I wish it didn't take so long
To switch this fucking voice. Twilight, do you mind if I examine you? Medically.
You can examine me all you want, baby.
She sounds
okay.
real.
And I'm going to kind of just go over medical procedures.
Roll that medicine check.
Oh God, I don't know if it's any good though.
It is a wisdom. It is a wisdom medical check, so you're good.
Medicine. Oh, +5. That ain't bad. Could be worse. Solid
19, yeah. As you're going over, like, the knowledge and different basic aspects of just anatomy and the such, not something you have to think too hard on. You're more trying to piece together why it could, and trying to put the various pieces of this medical anomaly together. And you start to realize her features, things like pink skin isn't exactly normal for a halfling. She's extraordinarily tall. And you notice her eyes are more like white orbs, which this all sounds very much like Aasimar or angels. But she's a halfling, despite all these weird angelic features. And angels and Aasimar don't tend to put off body heat.
Twilight, are you sure of where you came from?
Yeah, I came from a block of ice.
Oh. Interesting.
That's all I know. I remember... I want to say it was our little hermit that found me.
Oh, yes, and and she was in a block of ice. It was a miracle she wasn't dead, really.
So,
Don't count your miracles before they hatch.
I... Yes, I'm pretty sure that you are not exactly what you seem to be.
What do you mean? I feel
The only-
fine.
Yes, and that's all good, but I don't truly believe you are a halfling.
I think I am. I mean, it seems like I'm a halfling.
Maybe further study is needed. I will look into it. I believe I might be able to find an answer here.
How long will it take?
Who knows? A day, week, 70 years, who knows?
You're gonna cut her open.
No. Gods, no.
Inspector.
No. You all are animals.
Now they're being just mean.
Listen, Deuce is telling me that would be fun too. But that doesn't matter. We're not dissecting our compadres.
Oh, what if we could do it while keeping her alive?
That can be arranged.
Well, we're onto something.
I see. Now we're thinking of things.
I was thinking more of reading books.
Books.
Yay, books!
Like big books with a lot of words.
Yes!
I will be the one.
In your case, we'll find you a nice little picture book.
I will be doing the reading. You don't have to worry about the books.
Okay.
And who will be doing the dissecting? Just so
Probably-
we're clear.
Whoever is more skilled with a blade, I suppose.
Oh?
Forget
it.
Aww.
That will be a last resort. This is not up for discussion just yet.
Guys,
I mean, I would much rather. Can I have the hermit do it? I want the hermit to dissect me. He seems like the steady of hands.
Are we talking about the same hermit?
Yeah,
He's been jittery for weeks.
but he's got the steadiest hands, though.
Yargers.
I don't know anything about medicine, though. I might accidentally cut your heart in half.
But you're good with the blade because you got me out of the ice.
But who has the scythe?
That seems a little overkill for dissecting a body.
Well, you said you guys can do it, so I'm kind of for this now.
Well, hold on. Everybody calm down, please.
I want to know where I'm from, and if all.
We are not cutting Twilight open yet, okay? I am going to read some books, and we'll figure it out from there.
I mean, the key word you keep saying is yet, which means there's a possibility. And the faster that we kind of figure out where she comes from, the better, right?
I am going to activate my self-destruct if you all don't calm down. I'll do it.
Captain! He said yet, so we just wait.
Okay, so let's do it.
No. Pouches.
My filters.
Oh, it's Patchbot.
Patchbot
Hello, Patchbot.
2.0.
My good old friend, Patchbot.
Yeah, you seem to get an automated line that just says, that just asks you for what you want. He doesn't seem to be fully available, so you got a magic AI version of him instead.
Yes, Patchbot, please. Do you have a book on ASMRs and halflings, please?
And a book on dissecting.
Sure, yes, that one too.
The AI seems to be aware of things and does let you know a gold each, but Nick has a book that can be any book.
Yeah, I've been reading on dissection this whole time.
Well, I would like some for my personal collection.
Yeah, gold for each book that you want.
All three of them, please. Book on ASMRs and dissection for dummies. And then a book on halflings, please.
Yeah, you get the books, and they look more like the book that Nick has from Acrid than books of this era. And so it's a basic anatomy of halflings, anatomy of Aasimar, and then the last one is specifically surgical operations for Aasimar.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, Patchbot. Have a good night.
Thank you. Come again.
Oh. Yes, that one is new. I don't remember that one.
But he fades out.
Yes. Okay. Ding dong.
Hey, we got some books.
I'm gonna spend my evening reading these books.
All right. Go ahead and roll an insight check. And as everyone finishes getting camped together, is anyone else doing something specific for the night?
Everyone else is what?
Is anyone else doing something specific for the night as we bunker down for sleep?
I'm gonna go find me some more drugs because I'm gonna need a lot.
Holy fuck!
We're gonna need some dissection tools, so Captain Flower's gonna be working on those.
Well, with that nat 20 on the inside, I think I'm going to be able to dissect anything with anything. I can find a stick.
Hey,
and
wait a
fucking
minute!
do
You're
an
not
autopsy.
dissecting. You're the coach here.
Wrath is gonna spend the night continuing to draw on his leather.
All right, dexterity check for Wrath. It would be a Smith's tool. Well, yeah, it'd be Smith tools roll for Captain Flowers. So, D20 plus 11. And survival for Twilight.
25.
And how about Nick?
I really don't know. I've got so much shit on my mind. I'm gonna distract myself with my next spell. It will be a. It's gonna be a third level spell.
Okay, go ahead and roll an Arcana then for that.
How many times can I do the lucky feat? 3?
Yes, but you can only do it once per roll. Alright, let's start with Nick. What'd you get on the Arcana?
16.
16. Alright, it will take you... I gotta actually open a calculator here to make sure I get the correct number of hours. It is going to take you 18 hours of work on this one.
Yeah.
Of which you can get 8 hours of while you're distracting yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
Come again.
Thank you, come again. How about Wrath?
I got a 14. And he'll start drawing more towards the center of the page. Clouds and like storm clouds, lightning. And the lightning itself is going to be just small arcane runes, is what it's like made out of.
Alright, so you're going to get another 4 hours of progress on Painter's Supply proficiency. Twilight, Okay, so your roll was a 13, and then Lucky got a 12, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. On that 13, you don't find anything of particular note for what you're looking for. You do find some berry bushes around, though. Some raspberry bushes. So you can collect 2 pounds of raspberries.
Okay.
Captain Flowers on your 25? Yeah, you're successfully. You can get them crafted in about an hour. So you still have 3 more hours of time after that. And then we got Pius with a 28 on the insight. So your systems are cross-referencing, of course, your knowledge and such. You have proficiency in medicine now.
Oh, shit.
As you notice, a lot of various medical files keep popping up from your memories.
Baller. I'm just turning into the ultimate support character.
You're a living Swiss Army knife.
Pretty much, yeah. As soon as I figure out how to put a fucking jetpack in my ass, this is going to be great.
That's assuming you don't already have one.
I mean, yeah, I just got to find it.
Let's see. Let's someone chat roll a percent for me. We're gonna say a 5% chance on a jetpack ass.
I think I would have noticed that before.
You know, it could be really well hidden.
Machine gun jubblies. How did I miss those?
Yeah, but alongside, of course, all that kind of coming back, and you realizing you have the proficiency, you recall that things get significantly more complicated if someone is mixed ancestry. So if they're like half halfling, half Aasimar, things start to get a lot more complicated as they show signs of both. Which is what you assume this situation is. So you don't really know which processes you need to use, whether it's halfling or Aasimar, and it might be halfling if you're dealing with the kidneys, but it might be Aasimar for the heart.
Sick.
So you're not totally sure on how that's going to go. But I realized I didn't get anything for Tempest. Is Tempest doing anything?
I'm gonna sit away from the group and just start drawing the things that have been on my mind.
Okay. So you go into your own room, and you're kind of drawing. And you notice... I'm going to roll 2% in chat, because we don't got a chat right now, apparently. 52, so no jetpack ass.
We're not cool enough anymore, guys.
Damn.
No, we're not cool enough. It looks like Nightbot couldn't recognize that I did it a second time in a row.
It's gonna arrest you now.
Yeah, I forgot. There's a cooldown. That way people aren't spamming the roll feature. So I'll roll that one in Discord.
Oh.
Oh, a very seductive looking raven is sitting perched on your window in your room. Not
Yeah,
watching you, but looking out on the horizon, out into the forest.
That's one curvy looking raven.
Damn, girl, you fart with that ass?
Yeah, what a cloaca.
Jesus.
Get that! Is that the what?
Why? Why, furries? Why?
Oh, gee.
Am I seeing that on Pious?
No. This raven is in Tempest's room, and so only Tempest is aware.
Oh.
God damn. Why are you following me?
It seems to more or less ignore you. Its attention is drawn to something else.
Hey!
Captain Flowers, you're the only one I really need to make sure. Are you doing anything else during your 3 hours before sleepy sleep?
I'm gonna create my own pipe.
Just a basic pipe?
No, I'm gonna drop blueprints for this thing, so I'll get back to you about that later.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely take up at least 3 hours, so. Tempest, it is getting late. Like, you realize from looking out and you notice the half moon rising, and it's not like early night. You think it might actually be like closer to midnight, and everyone's probably gone to bed at this point. But this raven is kind of just staring out into the forest, and you look the way it's looking, and you notice there's a red glow of light out in the distance, not terribly far away.
Interesting. I'm going to sneak out.
Yeah, you're able to climb out that window, nice and quiet and away.
Is the bird following me?
Yes, the bird is flying over and going the same direction. As you get closer to the light, you start to hear voices. There are quite a few of them, and they seem to be a variety of demonic voices.
Ooh. I'm gonna keep going forward. Curiosity got the better of me.
Roll a stealth.
Come on, stealth. I'm doing this for the thick bird.
The thick bird.
I'll take it.
Solid.
19.
Man, it's one thick burb.
All right, you got 19. So you do approach quietly, and they don't seem to notice as you look over, and the red light looks like a portal, and you see a bunch of demons coming out of it. In fact, you see several dretches, several imps. You see a single closet, which, Tempest, you weren't around for the last time everyone saw a closet. Which was the type of demon that was pretending to be the boy way back in Pallet. It is riding on a nightmare, or a demonic horse. And it's kind of directing this small force of demons that have come through. And one last figure does come through before the portal closes. Amarylith. which I do not have a picture of a Merilith ready. Why do I not have that ready?
Wow.
Wow.
This is our GM.
This is our GM. Our GM had a fucking panic attack for a full week and did not come into this prepared.
How dare you? You should have told us so we could help you.
If I had even thought
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Quick description while I'm trying to get a picture of it up here. A Merilith is basically like lower half's a snake, upper body's human, female, has 6 arms, and at its waist are a bunch of sheaths for what appear to be 6 swords as well.
So
it is significantly
got-
larger than the other demons. The others are all pretty small, smaller than normal humans. Whereas this Merilith, even with the fact that half of its snake body is down below and wriggling, it stands close to 14 feet tall. You'd guess based on its height.
Is this a muscular snake mommy?
Oh yeah, no, this is a mommy dommy snaky waifu.
That sounds like a challenge.
And as it comes out, it takes over directing the forces. You can tell that this is the demon in charge of this unit.
Okay.
No! Stream, don't be weird! Okay, Merilith's up on the stream. Now just to send it to everyone over in the Pix channel. In case anyone doesn't know what a Merilith looks like.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, so that is what has come out and is directing this small force of demons. And you can hear them. And one of the things she says as she's kind of finishing directing everyone is to tell them that their master will grant whoever can bring back Soul Drinker with amazing and enormous power.
Soul Drinker. Why did you show me this verb? Who am I kidding? It's not like it's going to suddenly talk to me.
Yeah, so as you're kind of sitting there trying to talk to the Raven, the force kind of moves off, and the Merilith starts to head down the road toward the Highroad itself, close enough that you can hear it as it's whispering to a cloaked figure you hadn't noticed before, someone who appears to be likely human under that cloak. Possibly the person who summoned the demons here. And you do hear her kind of whispering to herself, with this, we'll be able to finally bring forth the general and begin the slaughter of the angels and the humans.
I should definitely let the group know. I'm going to slowly make my way, or quietly make my way back.
Alright, still rolling off that stealth, you're good, as the Merilith seems to be going for the high road and to head up that way, but the others split into 2 forces and begin kind of going through the forest, neither of them heading towards the camp, luckily.
Cool.
So you're able to get back to the camp undetected.
Now, when I get back, is anyone actually still awake, or are they all asleep?
You've got Pius and Nick, who are doing their trance and sentry mode. But that's their form of sleep. Everyone is asleep, though, at this time.
I'm going to approach those two.
Two of you would both notice that. As she's coming in through the front instead of out of her room, where you last knew she was.
Tempest, are you alright?
I'm okay, but this thick bird kind of showed me something.
You notice as you say that the raven isn't with you anymore.
I'm sorry, a thick bird?
It's not important. There's kind of a thing that we gotta be on the lookout for. I explained what I saw, what they said, that kind of deal.
What?
I'm explaining.
Okay, you're explaining it. You're telling them about it, and the fact they're looking for Soul Drinker, of which you all recognize. That's the dagger that you gave to her. And the description of a closet you recognize as being the same type of demon who had taken the place of the child.
Yeah, that's not good. How far ahead up were they?
You think probably about a half a mile or so when you parted ways with them, so they've had time to get even further ahead.
Half a mile. Could we catch
They're not
up?
far.
I feel as though we should nip this in the bud.
That's my thoughts too. Handle this now. And if they don't know we're here yet, we might be able to get the element of surprise on them.
Plus, I'd like to test out my new languages and curse at them.
Sounds like a plan.
Fair enough.
Sleep on it and hope for the best, or kind of wake everyone up?
How many are there?
You saw 6 stretch, 4 imps, the closet on the nightmare, a barbed devil on a nightmare, as well as the Marilith, who went a different direction with the summoner.
Yeah, them.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
We should follow the summoner. I believe they may be the catalyst keeping them here.
I'm down to do that. Should we go just the 3 of us, or should we wake everyone up?
Just the 3 of us.
You're
killing demons in the night.
Just the 3 of us.
I said I don't know. I lost it.
You're pretty quick and quiet, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, Nick is definitely not talking to me.
Hey, don't knock your stealth, but yeah, no, I'm pretty quick and quiet.
Okay. I've got an idea. I could give you invisibility for a while, and you could keep an eye on them if you want, and we can let the others sleep, and then just tell us where the summoner goes to.
I have no objections.
I just worry that if we all 3 of us try and follow, it could turn into an altercation. One of us being sneaky is easier than
me.
Yeah.
No offense, bud.
Pius, your memory kind of starts, your RAM just kind of starts running through files from the descriptions of these demons, since Tempest wouldn't have actually known their names and types. And it does stop on a file for the Marilith. It doesn't seem to bring forward the whole thing, but between the picture of what it looks like and the little bit of information, it took a group known as an MTF. It took 2 of them to deal with one Marilith at one point. And MTFs tend to operate with 8 to 15 people each. So 16 to 30 people is what it took, according to this file, to deal with one.
We must stay away from the big demon.
That is the one with the summoner.
But if we
As long as I
can...
keep my distance.
Yes, just make sure you aren't seen. That invisibility spell will help, but if the summoner is powerful, he may be able to sense your presence.
What kind of demon did you say the summoner was with?
It is called a Marilith.
Okay. I think we wait and we try and catch up or encounter them tomorrow. Let me, as you have said, let's do research first before we go dissecting anything.
Yeah, even with all of our capable abilities, I don't think we would survive against a Marilith.
I'm pretty sure I've killed worse things.
So have I. But that thing is different.
You give it too much credit. But I won't argue.
The files do not lie, Tempest.
It almost sounded like arguing.
Well, look, if it became a problem, I'm sure if it lost its head, it wouldn't be a problem anymore.
Fair.
I mean, yes. I just worry of our safety.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, if you guys want to wait, I'm okay with waiting. I'll go back to my drawings in my room then.
Alright. I'll continue to watch.
And I'll pull my spell tome out. And I'll say Marilith, and I'll start reading as much as I can about them.
A brief summary of Mariliths for what does pop up. They are highly resistant. Their actual scales and the armor that they wear makes it really hard to cut into them. And ice, fire, lightning, non-magical weapons seem to have a heavily reduced effect. Poison has absolutely none. They are, of course, capable of speaking the demonic tongues. They resist magic as a whole. All of their weapons are imbued with the power of hell, making them magical. They are very reactive and tend to make far more attacks than one would think, even with 6 arms. Worse than that is your plan of invisibility. They are known to have true sight.
Yeah, as soon as he mentioned how strong they were, that was my concern.
And possibly,
that is exactly what I was afraid of.
Possibly just as bad as that, they have telepathy. And it may have been aware of Tempest's position and simply ignored her.
Is this stated before I walk away from them?
It takes a little bit for Nick to get that far in the information, so you would have returned to your room before that.
Neat.
Out of game context, they are a challenge 16.
Neat.
I'm sorry, you said 16?
Yes. This is why it took 2 MTF to take it down.
Whew. More like WTF.
Mariliths tend to lead forces.
Sorry, that was a fucking terrible joke.
You also get, with that information in the book, it talks about a few specific ones. Most of them seem to be ones that that have managed to be captured and kind of experimented on by archmages. And entire battalions and forces that it took to actually catch one alive at one point even. But there's one in particular that's mentioned as a do not fuck with this one, and its name is Zethia.
Good to know.
Zethia mean?
Does that name ring a bell to me at all in any way?
No, it's not one you're particularly familiar with.
Okay. All right, and then once everybody's back up and everything, and I'll give updates on what I found.
How do you spell it? Zethia.
Zethya.
Right, thank you.
You put a Y in
Sounds
there?
like a cool name. I might name my cat that.
It was a randomized demon name. In fact, a D&D demon name, so...
Don't blame you for the random Y.
Yeah, don't blame me for it, other than the fact that I chose not to change it. Actually, which languages does Nick have?
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Infernal.
You would, because of that, also know that Zethia is an actual word in the Abyssal language. It means executioner.
Of course it does. This is Nick Shockface.
Alright, I don't think I want to name my cat that then.
Yeah, and of course, Pius, if the name said to you, you know all languages, so you're aware.
Okay.
Hold on. Nick, did you say you had Infernal also?
Mm-hmm.
Then both of you would be aware that in Infernal it has a slightly different meaning. Berserker.
Love for you is like a truck berserker. Alright, okay. Yeah, he's a heavyweight.
Looks like I will need to do more working out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to... I don't even know where to start with this one yet. But we'll definitely have to keep our eyes and ears out for anything crazy.
I intend to do so. But this whole journey is crazy.
That's fair.
But I'm glad that I have you to spend it with, Nick.
Yeah. I miss just being at home reading. It was so much easier.
Yeah. But this is fun. Well, when it's not. Or only... Never mind. You know what I'm trying to say.
I got you, bud. I know what you mean. There's part of me that missed being out, doing good again.
Yeah.
Forgot how much I liked making spells.
Yes, and you're damn good at it.
Thanks. Just haven't had... I guess that's the thing you miss sitting around the house all day. There's not really inspiration to do much else. You kind of get stuck in it, you know? The
Yeah,
repetitive day in, day out, nothing really changing.
the simple life really just is. But we are on a journey now, and nowhere near close to the end, I believe.
Oh no. So much more to do.
Hmm.
So much more to find out.
Yes, I still need to figure out who I really am. But that's
So-
for another day.
After you had your experience zoning out and going off to wherever that was, I had some interesting visions as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Visions or memories?
Visions. I'm gonna go with vision.
Okay.
So, and correct me if I get any of this wrong, Jess. So in the first one, I saw them, and they were messing directly with Pius, right? It looked like.
The first vision you had was it was an elven
Three of
woman sitting on her throne.
Okay.
And you could see as if by true sight that she was not truly an elf, but an eldritch abomination. One reminiscent of the changes that occur to someone through the ritual in your book. And Amy, the amygdala, was by her side. Before a group of adventurers barged into the room and the vision kind of ended. The only ones you can make out of the adventurers were a Tortle cleric, it appeared, and a tiefling wearing a very flourished outfit, something you'd see maybe a very high-ranking knight wearing, and the outfit had the Knight of Kinehurst on it. The second vision was a Tortle man and a tiefling woman getting married, and then going through the ritual in your book as he began to transform.
Yeah.
And then when you kind of snap back, you saw that you had written down the name Fred with a question mark.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll break all that down and then be like, and then I wrote Fred. Is that anything for you?
Not in particular.
Roll an intelligence
It's-
check.
Roll an intelligence!
Do. Da, 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 da. Meh.
16. A file does come up. It is marked as a person of interest. The name on it is Fred Septicai. Or Clearwater. Fred Clearwater. And the information on it is heavily redacted. About the only real information you get is they are a Tortle. They were involved in some type of heavy dark ritual to become an Eldritch abomination. And that a group of adventurers had secretly engaged and defeated him. But beyond that, everything is so heavily redacted, you really don't know what was going on with this Fred Clearwater.
I know of him, but he is hopefully no longer with us. He became an Eldritch monster.
Oh.
He is Turtle.
You also remember that boy, the turtle boy in town that you had yelled at. His last name was Clearwater.
I thought it was Septiceye.
Yeah, I changed the last name. Clearwater is the whole family.
Oh, okay.
Because I just feel weird using Septiceye when I have not gotten such permission from Jack Septiceye. I feel like that's kind of inappropriate and just bad taste and bad faith to do that for a podcast.
Okay.
So, it's Clearwater now.
Come to think of it, there was a young man with the same last name as Fred. Then Pallet.
Huh. Oh. Okay, let me try something then. And I'll pull my book back out and I'll go, books written by Fred Clearwater.
Nothing happens.
Gotta ask the right questions. I'll put the book back for right now.
Yeah, maybe later. At least we have some sort of lead.
For now, yeah. Anyways. Think we should work on getting them up soon?
So it is only like halfway through the rest. Like, two of you haven't even finished your rest. That got interrupted.
Oh, it was that early on?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, your rest got interrupted by this.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Time weird D&D.
All you hear is, Mechagodzilla in the background. As he, patrols.
Oh, well, I'm gonna turn in for the night.
All right. Tempest, roll me a dexterity check with disadvantage real quick.
Okay. This sucks.
That nat 20 followed by a natural 4 on disadvantage. That does suck. Fitting, but not what I was trying to do. So as everyone's kind of getting up in the morning, rested but a bit groggy, as if there was just something that made the sleep a little uncomfortable for everybody, even the ones who weren't a part of the midnight endeavor. Tempest kind of approaches more pious and Nick, but open to everybody, and hands over a couple of like quick sketches she did. You can tell one is the Merilith. It's like she drew them perfectly wrong. Like, you can tell what they are, but it's also just not right at the same time. And the other one seems to be pious, with shadowy tentacles coming off of his body.
We're talking like Rukia quality right now.
Yeah, Rukia from Bleach. That's what you guys are looking at, is her drawings.
Interesting.
And I see this too, right?
It's not being hid from anybody. So if you just walk over to see, yes.
I just turned to her and said, dude, you really gotta go to art class. You just can't get his nose right, bro.
He doesn't have a nose.
That might be the problem, is you drew a nose.
Just to make sure I didn't miss something, this is still in the middle of the night, right?
No, this is in the morning as everybody's waking.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I completely missed that part.
Oh, good. Yeah, as everyone's getting started for the day, Tempest kind of is one of the last ones out of her room, and she starts showing these photos that she drew, these drawings.
So is that what you could see on me?
Yes.
Hmm.
It's been bugging me. I had to put the image down on something.
It does pretty much look like the shadowy version of you saw, despite the fact it looks like a first grader drew it.
That is more or less who I was talking to in the void when I was silent.
So that I'm not crazy.
No.
Maybe. We need
Well,
to dissect you first.
I believe we're all a little crazy. But, on a more serious note, hello? Who's there?
No one responds.
This ain't normal, right?
House of Cards is not made of wood.
Yeah.
Hey, it ain't normal.
Did anyone else hear that knocking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone poke their head out a window and see who it is.
Wrath walks to the door and opens it.
Or we can open it.
No one's outside. You get the feeling that it's like the sound happened just to reinforce that maybe you're all a little bit crazy.
Oh.
A shared hallucination makes us crazy? Alright.
Wrath takes a deep, deep breath in of the morning air. Well, I'm gonna go practice for a bit while y'all figure these drawings out. I'm not sure what y'all are really talking about at the moment. I'll be back.
I'm
And he'll
gonna
walk
go and get prepped for my surgery.
Wrath,
Yes.
we saw, and I'll actually go back to the in the book to the demon that I was reading about.
There is a picture of
Like-
the Merilith in there.
Yeah,
Kind of
we
generic,
saw.
but
You saw this.
Well, I didn't, and Pius didn't, but when Tempest was out last night, she came across them, and they were having a meeting with a group of another demons and nightmares.
Seems an odd place to conduct business in the middle of the woods. What did you happen to hear what the meeting was about?
Her blade. They'd want to find it. So if you do go out, can't stop you, but be careful and don't go far.
I'm within eyesight. I'll be just over there and he'll point like 15 feet away from the House of Cards.
And that goes for everybody. The demons like this, they don't fuck around. You're not gonna get a chance to
And
take it out on your own. So do not.
it is not just its claws that you need worry about. They are masters of manipulating.
Understood.
Could they cause hallucinations?
They might, but we should all come up with a catchphrase or something to make sure that one of us, in case they take on the form of one of us, and try to infiltrate the group.
I have a phrase. We're
Okay.
all batshit crazy.
Next.
the hermit gets kind of a weird look on his face, like as if he's remembering something or just something he's seen before. He's password. Maybe
duck. I think duck would be a good passphrase. I don't know why.
I like goose better.
Wrath takes a long look over everybody and then walks out the door. And he goes, starts practicing his sword forms. On the way, though, he is going to take the 4 artifacts that he has currently and move them to the bag of holding.
All right.
Well, how about duck or goose? Either one works.
Ain't gonna matter if they can read minds.
Sorry, what did you say, Captain? I didn't understand a fucking word you said.
Sorry, got a clear my throat. I was saying, ain't gonna matter if they can read minds.
True. Yeah, that is a good point.
Let's make the word chocolate chip. It's sweet, it's nice. They could never say something like that.
Are they like the fawns? Like he can't say sorry. Why was I having trouble? I'm not fawns.
Are you not the fawns?
I believe there is a rip in the time-space continuum. The hermit is Fonz.
He is the fawn.
And now you're just imagining him wearing that leather jacket, hair greased back.
Hey.
Hey.
Hermit, I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
I need you to punch me in the chest. I need to know something.
I love this.
I punch him in the chest.
No, the hermit needs to punch me in the chest.
No, it's just gonna hurt me anyways.
Him not really knowing his own strength gets a critical hit on you for 2 plus 10 modifier damage plus 3 from his clothes. So he deals 15 damage to you when he punches you in the chest.
Wait, his clothes still work? Question mark?
Yes, his clothes still work.
Interesting.
Okay, so then does music start playing?
Yes, because of the critical hit, yes. You turn into a jukebox. Your brain gets a little scrambled because he hits you really goddamn hard, but...
Yeah, Pius just... He smiles and is just stunned that the hermit is the Fonz.
He's a jukebox.
Yeah, not that you're a jukebox now. God, where's the Bluetooth?
Would you mind, Hermit, would you mind healing me from that god-awful punch? Please. Good lord.
Yes. Right away.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, he heals you for that's 18, so yeah, he heals you for the full. Since he rolled an 8 on that D8.
Anyway, sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was joking about where your Bluetooth hookup was.
The Bluetooth device is connected.
The Bluetooth device is now connecting.
We are sitting. Ow. So we are sitting at 3 hours and 50 minutes right now, and this is a pretty good place to wrap up before we actually get on with the day and everything else going on. We got to dive into 3 different character stories going on this session. That's what we were doing. 3 different character stories. Nick, yours isn't fully resolved yet, though. There's still more to it.
No shit. I don't know if I can
And that-
Frank.
That's just for this chapter. There's still more to it. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap up here. And we're not going to vote on who we're going to raid tonight, though. Because, like, my favorite streamer happens to be streaming right now and hasn't been the previous weeks. And it is her birthday. So we're going to go give some love to Lucky Akuma.
Oh.
Yay! Happy birthday, Lucky!
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and just start that raid up. And in, like, 10 seconds, we'll be ready to go over there. She will introduce herself. She always does on raids. So, yeah. Everyone that's watching and taking the time, thank you so much. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Be a pirate on the pirate day.